my fucking God. What's up for live?
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
So exciting. It's Sunday.
Sunday.
My little cat's hairy balls.
It looks even better on an 81-inch TV screen.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got here? Bilestorm, what's up? Booty Wart, Shane Lawson, Nikki Potnook's here, you dirty fucking whore. Bilestorm, Kimber in Alaska, Brian Ferris, Elizabeth K. Lots of good people here. That asshole Southern gentleman, too. Richard Cheese, good to see you. I did see that Brian's oxycodone was that excellent troll name. Got to give it up to him. Congratulations. Stanley is actually, we're dripping for Doofy is what we're doing here.
Wow.
Rob, RC Fighter. Good to see you guys. Oh, Binary Tools is here. Happy to see you guys. We're having a show. Yeah. So what's up?
Not
Not
much.
much.
Yeah. You know what we're going to talk about again tonight? I feel like this is a redundant issue, but it just keeps popping up here. We're going to talk about pepper spraying people on the street for minor disagreements.
I don't get how California is not catching on to this. I really don't.
Well, we actually have some case law. We did a little bit of research to try to figure out what the hell is going on here. Zoe Riley says she or he gets so excited when I hear the Masshole Report theme music. We get so excited when we see your name, Zoe.
That's true. That's a nice name.
Really?
Hey, Furry guys.
Says, what's good, Kate Peters? It's actually Peter without the S. So if you think you're doxing me, please get it right. Thank you.
It's Kate Peta.
I'm so sick of at least once in a show, someone will be like, I know what her full name is. Like, yeah, it's Kate fucking Peta. Catherine is my government name in its entirety. Everybody knows that. There's all my information out there and rumors that don't even belong to me. So try again. Bucket Boy is calling me incessantly. Like,
Retard alert.
Bucket, if you're out there, I'm streaming, bro. I'm not gonna get. Should I answer his call?
Hey,
Yeah.
Bucket Boy lost his shit today.
Oh, he completely lost it.
Yeah.
Bucket, what's up? You're on the air.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, it's,
No problem.
it's not,
Thank you, Ma.
All right.
yeah, it's not going to be a good Kate.
He's not
That's
co-hosting, is he?
He can be all right. Yeah.
Oh
Why
no,
not?
because he's still angry at Sasha, and he's not happy with Polly either, and it's not going to be good.
Bucket, please do not use us to disparage others. That's my only request. Is please don't. We're talking about pepper spraying here, Bucket. That's what we're talking about. Alan Steele says, did you hear Will Turbot talking shit about Kate on Kenny Klein's stream? Well, there was that one time that I helped the police, catch up to him with that warrant. So I'm assuming he's not a fan.
Yeah.
We're just guessing. It's all
Whenever
right.
I'm having a bad
Hard to
week,
let go.
whenever I'm having a bad week, I still watch that video at least usually once a week.
Yeah.
That video is just awesome.
Will Turbot, don't trust anything that he has to say on his show and keep him the fuck away from your sneakers and cash, and we're good.
Exactly. Hi, Elizabeth K. Hey, Greggy.
So yeah, pepper spraying. So Furry Potato, everybody's favorite fucking whack job. All right. She is still out here just pepper spraying people like she's some sort of chemical warfare fairy. Just
A lot of these auditors in California are doing that now, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
why is that a thing for the California auditors? Has anyone ever asked that question? Like, why is that catching on so much?
By the way,
I think
Rebel
Furry is handing out free cans of pepper spray and just encouraging everybody to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rebel City says, whoever wants to go through Kate's Peters has to go through me.
Thanks, Rebel. Yeah,
I
he's my Soviet spy, if anyone didn't know.
think it's a double entendre. I think he's saying about your Peters. Like,
That's all right. Don't touch my Peter. No. Rebel City Sports, good kid. If you haven't checked out his channel, do so. He talks a lot of politics. Full disclosure, I wrote a couple really nasty blogs about him when I was with Turtle Boy Sports, and he reached out. Thanks, the kid. He reached out and he was like, "Hey, fuck you," and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Fuck me, right? Like, because he's an entertaining character, right? And I absolutely lost sight of the fact that he is a human being on the other side of the computer screen, right? Like, especially when I was writing these blogs, I would get caught in the moment of they become characters almost, almost dehumanized in a way, depersonalized anyway. So I didn't even think about the effect that it would have on this kid really or anything else. I just thought that it was funny, and that's a dickhead move. So we've made our amends. I am sorry that I'm a piece of shit. Rebel City Sports, I fully own that, but check out his channel. He's a cool kid. Bucket Boy News also has my back. Thanks, Bucket. I never wrote any blogs about Bucket directly, I don't think, but I was around when they were being written. Also, Bucket's funny. You know what I mean?
Bucket is funny.
Bucket's also a person sometimes, but he is.
Hey, Bruce City.
Anyway, Bruce City's in the house. Brew, we're gonna play your video later. It's great. But back to Furry Potato. So Furry Potato is out here essentially pepper spraying people. I would say it's pretty fair to say at this point that she is pepper spraying people for entertainment.
Well, and she's been encouraged by her people in her chat. I mean, you've seen the troll names in there. I mean, Spicy and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah. No, they have you noticed that?
Yeah.
We're trying to get Doofy to talk more.
Anybody approaches Furry and she has the spray out in hand ready, and they just literally just lay one finger on her and she sprays them now.
Yep. Yeah, or even just walks towards her, really. So in the spirit of pepper spraying people for online entertainment, Furry has now put together a Spice Week.
Jesus.
Fucking psychotic. It really is. It's fucking psychotic. So
you're fucking crazy.
Exactly. So yeah, let's play the video because this is crazy.
Who are you? He is spraying on the people.
Like laughing about it. Like this is funny.
You're doing one more time. This spray. Sargab Norenzo, you're sitting.
Don't film me, sir. Talk to us. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. So that is Furry Potato pepper spraying people for profit.
And for entertainment.
The fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah. So we did actually look up. Oh my gosh. I dropped it off my computer. Sorry, guys. So in California, it is legal to possess, own, and use pepper spray if used in self-defense. It's legal to defend against human attackers, most breeds of vicious dogs, bears, right? So let's just go through this, right? If you are walking to your car and a we'll just say anyone, a man approaches you and he grabs you from behind and it's starting to feel a little rapey, right? It is okay to pepper spray that guy and run the fuck away. If a bear comes out of the woods and is like, "Roar, I'm going to maul you," right? It is okay to pepper spray that bear and run the fuck away. If a pit bull, I own a pit bull, so don't take that personally, but if a pit bull is coming at you and it's like, rah, 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 and you're pretty sure you're going to get mauled, it's okay to spray that dog and run the fuck away. If an old man is arguing with you on the street because you are filming him and will not give an explanation why, and he comes at you, it is not okay to pepper spray him and then not run away. Like, it's just not, right? Like, that is not how pepper spray was intended to be used. If you run a YouTube channel, Zoe, because you are an unemployable fucking loser who will never, ever, ever get a real paying job in her entire life, and the only way that you can make money is pepper spraying old people on the street and laughing about it, it is not okay to use pepper spray in that context, all right? So the reason that we have discerned that she is getting away with this is because these people get emotional and they do technically come at her. So it can be construed as self-defense legally. I think common sense wise, obviously, this is not being done for self-defense. Obviously, this is a big joke. Obviously, this is something to get clicks and views. And obviously, she never retreats after using the pepper spray. But that's how we've decided that it's getting away. Now, it is criminal to use pepper spray out of anger and or not in self-defense against another person. And that can result in fines and up to 3 years in state prison. That is Penal Code 22810G.
Now, I am not an expert by any means on California law, but the force has to be necessary and reasonable. And like, if a little kid walks up to Furry and kicks her in the shin, can she OC him? No. So the same would be true about an old man. Like, these guys are in their 60s, probably 70s or 80s, and she's spraying them because they're pushing her back. I would think that force would not be deemed necessary and reasonable.
I mean, I think that I would agree with that. She keeps getting away with this for the time being. I definitely think at this point that I will be reaching out to some police departments and pointing out that this lady is now making promos, right? Advertising her use of pepper spray on citizens, right? That is something that I think at some point needs to be paid attention to. In my opinion.
Fucking right.
Well, Furry must be on their radar, knowing. I mean, all the police departments are on there. Must be knowing what she's doing, like every single weekend, going out and antagonizing people and then spraying them and getting all this shit like all the time. They must know.
Well, I remember when she got detained several weeks ago and taken downtown. From what I recall, they kept her cameras or one of her cards and her OC and a knife. And I've shown the picture a couple times. In that picture where she's hit by the car, she has the OC and a knife in her hand at that point.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Right. So, I mean, I agree with Pat. I think they are working on something and probably building the case. But, you know, California is, as people keep pointing out, the DA out there is kind of batshit crazy.
You're fucking crazy.
Exactly. No, I think that, I mean, just furnishing the knife too, right? Like brandishing that knife. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, and again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop in California. I know the laws in California and the way they prosecute things are bizarre. Because I know that I'm not at this point. I'm not sure if they arrested the guy in the car, but I think you can make an argument that the guy that came at her in the car he was protecting the lady across from the car. That was the old lady he pepper sprayed several weeks ago. So I mean, he was kind of keeping separate Furry from her since he had the knife and OC in his hand already. So I don't know. It is crazy out there.
Sorry, I can't read that over that. If Furry is doing this in front of a synagogue or church, is that a hate crime? Not really in and of itself. A hate crime has to be an assault or other criminal activity that is clearly motivated by a inherent bias, right? So, I mean, if she is pepper spraying a Jewish person while saying like F you, K word, then yeah, I mean, that's a clear hate crime. Otherwise, I mean, it's kind of hard.
If somebody comes up and smacks your camera, is that justifiable use of pepper spray on the person? Like they're not hitting Furry, but smacking the camera?
As they say, and it is true, the camera.
I know what you're going to say.
Body.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to force deemed necessary and reasonable. I mean, like I said, you know, you can't walk up to someone, like a little kid walks up to me and kicks me in the shin, I can't taser him. Same with Furry. If a little kid walks up and kicks him in the shin, can he OC him? Yeah, it's I don't know. It does boggle the mind out there.
Yeah, no, I don't think that it's justifiable force at some point. And, a lot of the time these people don't even have to really touch her. They just have to walk towards her and they're getting pepper sprayed.
Right.
Yep, exactly.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know that Furry has come to Massachusetts to intimidate me. I would like Furry to know that I also have possession of pepper spray. I'm wondering how you would feel if you decided to make another trip here and we're outside my house and I pepper sprayed the fuck out of you when you approached me. Would that be justifiable? Because I feel like it wouldn't be in her eyes, right?
By her rules of engagement, it would be fair.
You fucking hypocrite.
Exactly, though. Thank you, Pat and Pat Salvo. Really, I feel like that honestly, and of course, she did not actually come to my home. She sent an elderly man with a fucking walker and a homeless chiclet-toothed felon to my house instead. But I feel like had she had the, no pun intended, but balls to show up, and I had decided that I feel threatened and decided to pepper spray her ass, she would be running right down to my local police department to report me, right? I think so. Cam Troy says, we're all a bunch of drama queens. What do these streams accomplish besides hate and drama?
Do I smell a tater tot?
It's a soggy tater tot, I'm guessing.
We are kind of a drama channel. Like,
Yes.
I don't think there's any denying that. We're a drama channel.
I'm the biggest drama queen out there.
Yeah, he is.
He is a queen.
Yeah.
I'm right.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Doof.
Yeah, let me fucking talk for once.
Fuck you.
I was gonna thank Bucket Boy for getting half naked on my channel.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Bucket.
Fucking Bucket Boy did a workout on your channel.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, really, honestly, sorry, not to. Thanks for throwing the whole conversation off track, you jerk.
Oh, I'm gonna talk again.
Shut up, not too much.
I know.
Shut up.
It's all about fucking Doofy. All about Doofy.
Yeah. No, Cam, you're entitled. I mean, Cam, you're right. We are a drama channel. Like, I'm not going to deny that. I don't know what else to say, really. Anyway.
I'd be curious what the elder abuse laws are in California, because those last two guys she's shown, I mean, those guys, like I said, are probably in their 80s. I mean, and that one guy had a mouthful of OC spray, it looked like.
Yeah, no, she really goes heavy on it, too.
Yeah.
And and at the same time, like, I will never have the opportunity to see what happens if I'm put in a position similar and decide to pepper spray this chick, because obviously, she's sneaky and underhanded and kind of vicious in her way of trying to intimidate me, where she'll send somebody else. She doesn't want to get her hands dirty, right? Metaphorically, because look, she walks around looking like a homeless bitch. Let's not play. But metaphorically, she likes to keep them clean. So we'll never see that. But I have a strong suspicion that were the roles reversed and she were approaching someone else who felt threatened, or was just pissed off, because let's be real, I don't think she feels threatened half of the time, and decided to spice her ass, she'd be the first one crying brutality.
Oh, and calling the police.
Right.
Instantly. And Tim Straight, okay, here's what you keep, even with Florida and stand your ground, the force has to be reasonable and necessary. Those are two huge key words in any stand your ground state. Just because someone, and this was proven in Florida, especially, again, where their stand your ground laws are extremely liberal, where a guy got into a fight with someone in a parking lot at a convenience store, guy viciously pushed him on the ground, and it was a very solid shove that this guy lost. I mean, he was in the air and fell on his ass. He pulled his gun out and shot the guy, and he was convicted of manslaughter. I mean, you can't, again, yes, there are self-defense laws, but reasonable and necessary. Two 80 or 90-year-old grandfathers walking up to you with their canes, I just don't see it reasonable and necessary. If it was a cop doing that, you guys would shit yourselves.
Right. Now, I am looking at California self-defense laws. Someone acts in lawful self-defense or defense of another, if the person believes that he or she, another person, is in imminent danger of being harmed. The person reasonably believes that the immediate use of force is necessary to defend against that danger, and the person uses no more force than is reasonably necessary to defend against that danger. right? The reasonable fear of imminent peril must be immediate and present. Under California case law, an imminent danger is one that must be instantly dealt with. And, you can reference People versus Humphrey, 1996, 13 California 4th, 1073.
So again, those keywords: reasonable, necessary, and frozen balls. I'm scared of you because you're frozen. Mine will shrivel. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure if the DA is just so lax out there, and is COVID, causing a lot of this drama right now, where they're not arresting people for misdemeanor crimes. But then on the flip side, someone's going to pull out a gun and shoot this idiot someday.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder about the way you were saying that they possibly are building a case, and they got to realize that Furry's going out there setting up these situations in order for this to happen. Dressing provocatively, all the cameras, all the black, having the pepper spray ready, it's just setting it all up to happen.
Right. And then the fake Arabic language he speaks, and
Right,
it's
right.
the whole thing. I mean, it just, I don't know. It's bizarre. I mean, California is a freak show. Hey, Booty Wart.
Oh, Booty Wart's here. Excellent.
There you go, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, so we had another video that we wanted to watch of furries, right? This what is it called? Where's Tupac?
Are you a Tupac?
I like Crazy Dingo's comment.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
What does it say? I'm sorry.
Masshole Report. Why would Furry need pepper spray against old men? Didn't she claim she was a ranger?
Right. No, I mean, I think in general, we know why she's using it, because she wants the entertainment value behind it, the shock. And I'm sorry, but whoever out there is essentially getting off and laughing at old people being pepper sprayed, I'm going to judge you. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is wrong with you? Really?
Chi-Town Sue says they have pepper spray now because they're sick of being touched for recording.
Oh my God. They're not being touched for recording, Sue. Jesus fucking Christ. I think that's fair enough to say. Most of the time they're being touched because they are starting arguments with people and then pushing them along and just inflaming the situation. That's why and I'm not saying that it's okay they're being touched, right? But at some point, my kid says this, and I don't love when she says it, but I'm going to put it talk shit, get hit. Yeah,
I love your kids.
Thanks, Jackie, for joining. She's not. I mean, I don't really want to, I don't encourage my kids to act like that, but not wrong. You know what I mean? At some point, where have you pushed it to the point where you can reasonably expect that somebody might swing, right? And I think that most members of civilized society, we would try to avoid that.
What do you think about what King of Cool said? If Furry spices someone and they pull a gun and shoot her, is that not the same defense?
I don't think it is, because it's not.
I recently saw a video about that, and somebody got charged with murder for that.
Yeah, I think that they would be charged with murder, and that would be that's fine. Because it's if an old guy comes at you like this or tries to grab your camera, I don't feel that it's reasonable to deploy a chemical weapon against him. If someone is pepper spraying you, which is a non-lethal, non-lethal weapon for all intents and purposes, using lethal force is just not reasonable. It's not.
For us, if someone uses a chemical on us, deadly force is authorized at that point. Now, because keep in mind, we already have a gun on us, so that raises the level to a different level already for us. If anyone touches any weapons on our duty belt, it raises it to a different level, and deadly force is authorized. If someone tries to grab our baton or someone tries to grab our OC, for law enforcement, yes, it is a different standard. As far as the civilian going to a firearm, honestly, I don't know.
I don't
like what Elizabeth said.
I wouldn't imagine it would hold up, honestly. Then again, I also like to think that I'm not a sociopath, so the idea of watching Furry Potato get shot, I don't find entertaining or wonderful at all. I find it pretty terrible. I'm just saying. But let's not get distracted from the fact that Furry Potato has an army of sociopaths behind her. They're we love seeing old people get pepper sprayed. What the fuck is wrong with you? Really?
Oh yeah, when you watch the live chats are just disgusting. Do it, I dare you, do it. It's really, get the fuck over yourselves.
Right. Okay, so Chi-Town Sue is saying they're being touched because they don't talk more than not. Let's go ahead and play this Where's Tupac and see how little Furry Potato really talks and how she's not antagonizing at all. Yeah, we'll play along, Sue. Sure.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Always what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. Oh no! You see, I'm actually shaking. The authorities are coming. Oh no! Oh, I'm so shook. I'm fucking way shook. I'm super shook of the cops. I'm shaking. And stay away from your house when I'm eating your second or third dinner, and you'll be fine. Pun came to life. I knew he wasn't dead. I knew that was bullshit. Where's Tupac? Hey, Pun, where's Tupac at?
Yeah. Real quiet. Right. Totally just peacefully and quietly minding her business and filming. You're right, Sue. Oh, wait. No, she's a piece of shit. Oops. Like,
People are not being timed out, are they, in chat?
no. Yeah, please don't time anyone out unless, I mean, what?
I've-
With you?
Glitter's not timing
Oh,
anyone out.
I'm sorry. Okay, no, it sounds like it was justified because Tom just gave me the most angry fuck that ever.
No, well, that's not nice.
Oh. Okay, Tom says, I'm going to say this. There are the rules right there. If you break them, you fucking get timed out. Fuck that. That's what Tom just said. I agree with him, though. If you're saying anything that is, homophobic, racist, violent, if you're putting addresses and phone numbers out there, yeah, we're going to time you out. We try to keep some level of decorum here, you animals.
Fucking internet.
The animals.
Yeah, really. No, I mean, that's fair. We try to, we want people to say what they're going to say. And you can insult me all day. You can insult Doofy. In fact, I encourage you to. You should, right? I encourage, but that's fine. You can put out your opinion there. We're not going to agree with you on everything. You're not going to agree with us. That's cool. But just basic human shit, right? Like, don't fucking dox anyone. Don't be racist. Don't be homophobic. And don't be violent. Like, come on.
Thank you, Glitta.
Trans slurs. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face. You might not agree with the transgender lifestyle. That's fine. But you don't need to be transphobic, really, honestly. You can disagree quietly, or you can say things that question. You can even openly disagree with it, but don't be fucking hateful, seriously. Just because you don't understand a certain lifestyle doesn't mean that you can be vile about it. Come on.
All right, Elizabeth, you're all cocksuckers just to begin with.
Yeah.
You were so fucking hateful.
No, that really does piss me off, though. Like, there's plenty of things that I don't agree with that I'm not going to be downright hateful about. Jesus Christ. If somebody's trans, it's not going to affect your life at all. Trust and believe. All right? Like, it does not. You can go around your life disagreeing with it, and it's not going to change a goddamn thing. How somebody dresses and what bathroom they fucking use does not affect your life. Sit the fuck down. Seriously.
Well, Tommy, you time me out by putting the Masshole logo above my head again.
So Tim Straight made a comment. I'm not defending Furry, but no one has the right to put their hands on me if I'm not breaking any laws. If that happens and I reasonably defend myself, I have not broken the law. Well, here's the problem I have with that. And you are correct. However, how hard is it? And it goes to prove what their intent is as far as trying to escalate the situation. If someone comes up and asks you a simple question, why are you filming my job site, or why are you filming a private business? How hard is it to say, I'm just simply doing an audit, leave me alone, and walk away from the person instead of instigating and creating fake hand signals and fake Arabic languages and shit? If auditors want to be taken serious, don't they own some responsibility as far as saying, this is what I'm doing? Yes, we know what these idiots are doing. We watch their videos and we laugh at them hysterically. But 99% of the general public has no idea what these people are doing this for. Are they stalking somebody? Is it a security threat? Is it what is the reason behind it? So why is it such a big deal to explain why I'm doing something? That's just my 2 cents.
I don't see, like, reasonable force, I think, is equal. So if somebody shoves you, fine, you shove them back, right? There's no need to introduce, you're escalating it, right? So if I shove you and you pull out some form of weapon, right? Like, now you have escalated the situation. And the fact that she's bringing knives around, like, that is disturbing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll send you the knife later on because it's actually a great picture. I was able to blow up.
There you go. I'm
Yeah.
tapped out.
Do you still have it, Pat, by chance?
I was just looking actually.
I know I sent it to you in Discord chat a while back, but you and I talked quite a bit, so it's gonna be buried.
I'll look back.
Now Tom's gonna be putting the rules up anyway. Listen, I love all you guys that show up, even the people that hate me. Like, I do. I appreciate you guys there, but, like, I'm not down with disparaging people's lifestyles unjustly. There are plenty of things that we can fairly criticize Furry about, and her gender identity is not on that list, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. And if anything, and we, you and I did a whole show one night, Kate, praising Furry for what she was doing for the homeless community and the women in the community.
I rescind that.
Okay.
I rescind my praise because that was short-lived and done simply for some good press that immediately goes back to being a piece of shit. So I rescind that.
Okay, fair enough.
So I no longer do I praise Furry Potato. She can go get fucked twice. Speaking of getting fucked twice, so we talked a little bit about Judo Johnny, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Okay. Let me go back. Tom, I'm about to send you. We're gonna watch a few minutes of his tearful plea again. Just bear with me here because I wasn't gonna play this video again. I know it's redundant for the people who've seen it, but I'm conceding that there are probably people who have not seen it. We're gonna go over. So I did get the police report for his arrest. Okay. Actually, what am I doing? I can just screen share it.
I'll try to say
My name is Kate Peters. I'm special.
Snowflake.
Can you all hear me?
Okay.
Help.
In a minute. So Judo Johnny, for all those who are not aware, is an auditor. He's over in California as well. He is friendly with Furry Potato, and he did this live stream where he was begging for help, claiming that he is getting a third strike for an arrest that happened in December. And so we're just going to play through some of his story because like I said, I got the police report. Normally, I love you guys. I like to be as transparent as possible. I would actually share the police report on the screen. However, the police report that I have in my possession is marked as confidential, right? Before the rumor started, I did not get it from a police source. I got it from somebody who's close to the case that wanted to clear up what actually happened and what crime he is accused of, and the circumstances surrounding it, so that if you're out there donating to this jackass, what you are donating to. So I will be summarizing what's in the police report. I do have it on my computer right here. I will be referencing it when this goes to court, which we are one day away from February. So it will be soon, as Johnny is aware.
Mm-hmm.
When it is in open court, I will put it in a Google Docs file. I will share it with you guys. You could read for yourself. In the interim, Johnny, if you're out there, which I'm sure you will be, because these frauditors always come and check out what we're doing so they can make us public enemy number one. You are more than welcome to refute what I am about to say about you. Please remember that at some point in the very near future, this police report is going to be entered into open court and therefore is going to be public record. So anything that you dispute now, please realize that when this is to the point where I can release it in its entirety, will be compared to your version of events. Just saying, okay? I don't lie. I don't make things up. I have been honest about anything I've ever said about anyone, including myself in some areas where it's uncomfortable and I shouldn't even have to tell you about it. You know what I mean? So I am not a dishonest person. I am certainly not smearing this guy for no reason. But the allegations here are pretty serious and severe and go back a long way too. And I think we do need to talk about it because he's begging for money. So without further ado, this is his version of what happened.
Come in the room.
Never did a live chat with us before.
Excuse me, I look a little stressed out. I've lost a little bit of weight in the past couple of days. Haven't been able to sleep much. I'm doing this live because I want people, if they have questions, and I also want to reach out to everybody to try to get some help. I'm currently facing life behind bars, 25 years to life on a bogus charge that's trumped up against me. I can't talk too much in detail about the case, although I want to. I just can't. But I can tell you the circumstances surrounding the case. Well, not the case. What's up? Hey, what's up, man? Thank you, man. I'm stressing because, I'm going to lose my kids and I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to prison for life is what I'm facing. Well, I got arrested and I lost my job, so I have no income, and every money I had, I used for to bail out and afford a lawyer. I may lose my kids. I have 2 kids. I miss them. I love them. I never ask for money, from you guys. If you guys know my videos and watch my videos, I've never asked anybody for money. Thank you, man. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the help. If anyone could donate any money to my PayPal to help me get a lawyer, so I don't lose my kids and my family, it'd be greatly appreciated, man. I get the word out there, I need a really good lawyer, and I lost my job because I was arrested.
Then don't get arrested.
Anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Anybody out there. If you want to donate, it's in my PayPal. My PayPal link is in the description. You can just go down and look in the PayPal and donate. And if you can, well, the charge is assault, is a felony assault. Although it was a lie. It was a lie put on me based on some other stuff, It's hard to say. I can't talk about it on but it's basically an assault, and it's considered a felony assault, and it's just a lie. It's a straight up lie, and the cops, they put more on it to enhance it to a felony. And it's going to be a really hard case to fight.
So that's probably a good place to stop right there, because the rest of it is essentially just him e-begging and telling more lies. So what he is talking about when he says that this is a trumped up charge and a lie and a felony, all that, he was charged on 12/29/2020 with felony domestic violence. Okay, which I'm sure everybody could have gathered from the confidential nature of some of this information, as well as, him insinuating this is about something more. So this was an incident that allegedly occurred on 12/28. Again, all people are innocent until proven guilty. The preponderance of evidence in this case, he is correct. This is going to be a hard case to fight. So essentially what happened is it looks like he got into a verbal argument with his intimate partner that escalated to violence on his part. It is alleged that he kicked her, he pushed her down to the ground, and most disturbing, he actually strangled her. I do want to point out that the report does reflect that she did have several bruises around the neck area, the leg, including a bruise near and around another bruise that was healing because she does claim that he had beat her several days prior. Prior to this arrest, there had been a couple responses to the home by the police. There were no arrests made, nor is there any indication in those calls that it was a domestic violence call. However, she does claim in this report that it's because she was afraid, which is pretty normal, and that she wasn't completely honest with the officers at this point. So I'm sorry, I'm just going through this police report to see. And those were 2. Yep, she received multiple bruises around the base of her neck, her left shoulder, her right biceps, her left shoulder, and a large bruise around the entire inside of her right ankle, as well as one on her leg. All of these visible injuries were from when this guy assaulted her. So I think what is probably the saddest about this is that the report reflects, as well as the people that I've talked to about this, indicate that this was a situation that had been going on for about 10 years. So if this is true, and again, unless he's convicted, we can only say if this woman endured domestic violence from him for 10 entire years. They do have children in common. So it's not that unusual that a woman would sit by and go through this. 10 years is a long time. 10 years is definitely a long time. During this whole incident, another thing that I found really, really unfortunate and sad is that he actually, I don't want to say kidnapped the kids, but after assaulting their mother, he took the children and left and cleared out the house and just goes. So not only has this woman just been assaulted, not only has this woman, been through this and finally had enough and had to go to the police and everything that comes with it. It's a lot. It's a lot to have to go out there and finally report this. And the fear and the sadness and the crushed hopes and everything else that comes along with, finally going through with charges on your abuser. It's not an easy thing to do. But he actually took her children from her after they had to witness their mother being abused. God knows how many times before this. So she actually did have to go out and obtain a restraining order, which she did do. And that is something that, again, is very difficult, but it's commendable because it's a hard thing to do. But that is putting yourself and your children first. And it's for her, obviously, it took allegedly 10 years. For other women, it takes 15, 20. Some other women still never get there. So it's a tough thing to do. But he took her children and went on the run. So as far as I understand, he was located. Obviously, the children were located. He was arrested. But when he says that these are lies, I know domestic situations can be difficult. However, she had bruises, right? She had bruises. And the fact that he is willing to e-bag about this and bring it up and talk about it, but doesn't want to get into particulars because he can't, is indicative to me of somebody who probably, doesn't want this all to get out here because maybe it has some credence. So I also did go ahead and check. So this is out of Redding, California, by the way. I did check with their court clerk if he indeed is unemployed, which to my knowledge he is. If he is, low income, he is entitled to a a court-appointed attorney. So when he says he can't afford an attorney, that is a lie and a mute point because he will be appointed an attorney instead. So when he is e-bagging for money right now, please understand, you are donating to someone who is accused of battering his intimate partner, with whom he shares children, right? In front of the children. In one incident that allegedly spans a pattern over 10 years, just for starters. Additionally, you are donating to someone who is representing that without your money, he cannot obtain counsel. And that is categorically untrue because he is entitled to, court-appointed counsel if he can't afford it himself. So that is Judo Johnny. And Judo Johnny, just to tie this into what we were talking to before, is someone who is imploring Furry Potato for help. These are the kind of people over in California that are going out and pepper spraying old ladies and pepper spraying old men and laughing about it, allegedly beating their intimate partners and then asking for your financial support. What's in the water over there? Like, really?
Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Allegedly.
No, he's a
Allegedly.
piece of shit. No, he's a piece of shit.
Allegedly. You know, but I mean, it's just really.
Okay, Cam Troy, true, but most public defenders just try to get you a plea deal, don't fight for you. Then don't commit crimes.
I do see the similarity.
Glitter says Danny Trejo. I see.
No, wait, hold on. Can we go back to Cam Troy's comment there? Sorry, can we highlight that? True, but most public defenders just try to get you a plea deal and then don't fight for you. I mean, public defenders are under the same obligation that any attorney would be to fight for your best interests, right? Like, that doesn't change. And I can honestly say that in my own life, and again, these are anecdotes, so take them with a grain of salt, because I always say, like, anecdotes are not as important as empirical data. That's just the truth. But I have known people whose public attorneys have absolutely, like, fervently fought for them, you know, to the bitter end. You have an attorney, whether it's court appointed or you pay out of your own pocket, they're employed by you. You run the show. They don't, really. You know what I mean? You can tell them what you do or don't want them to do. So I don't think that where I can see there would be some skepticism about public defenders and, you know, their competence or possibly competence. It's better than no attorney at all. You know, I've had some cases, honestly, where I've had a public defender in the past, and I don't have any convictions on my record whatsoever. So take that as you will.
Well, and Crow's point's on a great point also. Usually, if you're guilty, a plea is your best option.
Right. And, you know, I'm not explicitly saying that he is, because I can't. I'm not a judge. But I would say that looking over this report, which, again, he is more than welcome to refute at any point, and I'm sure that he will. Just please remember that at some point this will be publicly available, and I will be publishing when it is. Redacted, of course. You know, the preponderance of evidence in this report suggests that he probably did do what is alleged. And I went a step further and talked to people, again, that are close to the case, not the victim herself, but people that are close to the case that did indicate that this was a pretty long-term issue with the abuse control. And it breaks my heart because, as I've spoken about a lot, like, I lived through you're telling people not to donate. Hold on, sorry. When you collected $3K in donations to go after Aiden. Yeah, that's because Aiden Cardi is a piece of shit. Like, honestly, let's get real. My PayPal pool, I didn't go up. I've never asked you guys on this channel to donate for me. Donate to me. I never will. I do have a PayPal pool, which I've since closed out. That was just between me and some personal people. And funny you bring that up, because I will be going over some of the finer points of what Aiden has done to me with the harassment very shortly, including the false police report that he filed. And I'm not saying that lightly, because I actually have proof, because whoops, there were two police reports, which is a large part of why when he tried to get me charged on a clerk's magistrate hearing, that was thrown out due to insufficient evidence because he lied. And I will be dropping names, the biggest one being Meredith Conway. Meredith, we know what you did. Okay, but that's another day. So that's another day. Chris Keegan said, you pocketed that money, Kate. No, I'll bring my legal receipts, actually, because we have $2,500 spent on just that bullshit clerk's magistrate's hearing that I had to go through, an additional $5,000 paid to an attorney for the civil matter. I have receipts for every single one of those things. I don't have... Actually, you know what? I can contact my bank and I'll bring the copies of the canceled checks as well, just so that we're clear. But I have the receipts for every single legal expense that I have incurred, and I'm sure it's going to go much further than that. Actually, Murph is in the chat. Murph is one of my bigger donors for that. Murph, can you indicate whether or not you've seen those legal receipts when you get a chance? No rush. You're right. Like, you know, we do transparency here, and I'm not an e-beggar, and I'm never going to ask my subscribers to pay for, you know, my bullshit, because at the end of the day, let's be real. I was the one who decided to get involved with Aiden. It was dumb to do so. He is a bona fide scumbag. By the way, he has an active restraining order on him right now. Just saying. So I'm not the only person that has an issue with him legally. How many restraining orders have people attempted to take out on him this year alone? is it a dozen? It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, if you have that many people trying to get restraining orders on you, sir, maybe you're the problem, but he doesn't have the emotional or mental capacity to recognize that, right? There's always going to be somebody else's fault. Just like with Judo Johnny, he's accused of beating his intimate partner, but it's got to be somebody else's fault. And just to be clear, as I'm going through this report with Judo Johnny, the police didn't add anything in for an enhancement. like it's felony domestic violence because he caused bodily harm that was well documented. So that wasn't added to bring this guy, back him into a corner or put him on the ropes or anything like that. It's, it's a felony because it's domestic violence with bodily injury. So that's pretty clear.
So Uber Donnie, it's way up there as a comment someone wanted us to highlight. There we go. Furry instigates the assault herself, though, so that's a big difference.
I do see that Vinny MCUK says you don't have to show us receipts or prove anything to us. Anyone who asks for proof is no. I think that anyone who asks for proof is an intelligent human being. I have nothing against you. I have no issue with people asking for proof because I have no issue or hesitation in showing it, right? The only thing that I can say about my legal receipts is one of the attorneys I have for public consumption in the past, because I have shared this on Discord and other places, I do redact the attorney's name. I have a reasonable explanation for why I do that. I do that because Aiden has a long-standing pattern, well documented by his own shitty weblog, of attacking and harassing attorneys who take on cases against him. I don't really want my attorney harassed or attacked, as particularly where we're still getting in, getting this complaint together and getting ready to file it. I don't really want that to happen. So I did redact the name of the attorney. That's all I redacted. The dates and amounts and everything else are very clear. And I'm happy to show that when I detail some of the stuff. And again, I'm not saying false police report lightly. I do have proof of that.
And along with what you're saying about the e-begging, you usually do at least 2 shows a week, if not 3 shows. We average anywhere between 500 to 600 people sometimes in chat. I can count on my hand one, and then on top of that, probably about 4,000 views per week per video.
Right.
I can count on one hand how many times you have posted your PayPal link, and it was usually just for that reason, what we talked about before. Thank you, Kimber.
Thank you, Kimber.
Thank you.
Retail Media Corp. No,
you want to look at the total. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but I said
I just said JTL Media Corp. No.
Oh, okay. You look at the auditors, how often they e-beg for basically a pack of cigarettes and ice cream. It's not even a fair comparison. I mean, you got no name or no neck audits begging for money to go audit somebody that we know his car would not make it out of the city he's living in, which is his car. So I mean, it angers me when people make these accusations that you e-beg for this shit all the time, and it's not true.
Well, what it is honestly that is Aiden Carney's narrative, though, because he has been myopically obsessed, honestly, to his own detriment at points, with discrediting me and putting this false narrative. I mean, how many malicious and untrue rumors has he spread at this point? He has accused me of child abuse, despite the fact that I have never been investigated for, charged with, or convicted of anything even close to child abuse. It's never happened. He fabricated an entire arrest that was legitimately disproven in 5 seconds by Teresa R. from Discord calling the records department and going, hey, when was Kate Peter arrested? She wasn't, right? Like, this is how vindictive this guy is. And when
you are fake news.
You have begged for money. I have not begged for anything. I have raised a little bit of money to go after him. Of course I would. I mean, the malice is beyond easy to prove. The fact that these are fabrications is beyond easy to prove. What am I going to do? Roll over and let this guy continue doing this? He'll never stop. It's been almost a calendar year, and he has not relented at all. I mean, he's talked about me more than I've talked about Josh Abrams at this point. It's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. And I have been very quiet publicly about it, but it's to the point to where my own credibility gets absolutely undermined and questioned constantly because I'm not responding to this. It's not my favorite thing to do. I mean, I don't love bringing up personal things. And the reason that I don't love bringing up personal things is because obviously I have an inherent bias. I'm emotionally invested. I can't be as objective. I understand that, right? But it's gotten to the point where I feel like we have to. And I have so much documentation at this point that this man has tried to essentially blackmail, extort me. He has contacted so many people that are personally involved with me, my exes, my ex-in-laws, my husband, my current husband, my friends, my family. He went so far as to personally contact members of Polly Crispy's extended family just because he is loosely affiliated with me. Let that sink in. He sees somebody on the internet who lives in Maryland and I live in Massachusetts, first of all. So we're pretty, geographically separated here. But just because he sees that we have a developing friendship online, he goes so far as to contact members of Polly's extended family, right? Talking about me. I don't care who you are and how you feel about me or how you feel about Aiden. That's objectively psychotic. Most of what he is doing, if you take out who is involved and just look at it, is objectively psychotic. And we'll go through it because I've had enough. Like, I've sat in silence long enough. I really have. I wasn't expecting this to go in this direction tonight, but here it is. I had been talking anyway with AZ and some other people about, like, we might as well start talking about this because it's not going to stop. It's been a year. I've had breakups where there's less rumination. Really.
Well, you also left off a key point of right before Josh goes to prison, they doctor text messages to make you look bad, which
right.
and you and I had conversations behind the scenes where I was questioning some of the stuff they were saying. And then you showed it without even asking you showed us all the true text messages. Then you have Aiden's Turtle Dick show where he begs for money not to rap or to rap. And he sounds like worse than Shelley singing. So
the freestyles kill me because if it's pre-written, it's not a freestyle. Just saying.
Well, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's relentless and it's narcissistic and it's disgusting. And you don't get nearly enough credit from Doofy, and it's all Doofy's fault.
Always my fucking fault.
Absolutely. No, I think you do a great job with it. And you said all along, when you're ready, you'll talk about it.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point to where I've taken enough. I've taken enough here. And the criminal accusations bother me immensely just because they are so easy to disprove. And obviously, like, I don't expect you guys or his subscribers, anyone's subscribers, to go out and actually do the footwork of proving or disproving what he says. Obviously, if people in mass were going to do that, we wouldn't have an audience at all, right? Because, I mean, if people were pulling records for themselves, why would you come to us? That's all that we do pretty much, is pull records and swear a lot and talk about drama. But it is absolutely, it's just ridiculous that these things are so easy to refute. He legitimately fabricated an entire arrest that supposedly happened. And then to make things more mind-boggling and illogical, he says that I have been arrested for child abuse, that my daughter is in foster care, and my kids have nothing to do with my YouTube channel. They're not here to defend themselves. They're minors. Stop fucking talking about them. And he's particularly fixated on my teenage daughter, which I find to be pretty creepy. But he claims that I've been arrested, that I beat my daughter, she's in foster care, and then a week or two later, pulls police responses to my house and claims that there are police responses coming to my house surrounding my daughter. Which is it? Is she in my house or out of my house, Aiden? You can't even keep your lies straight. And anything that has to do with my daughter is none of your fucking business nor anyone else's. I have been forthright enough to say that, yes, I have a troubled teenage daughter. Okay? Her troubles are in part my fault. I have failed as a mother at junctures in her life. I have to live with that every day, and you people don't. But what she struggles with now at 14 years old is none of your fucking business. And if she suffered enough. She is entitled to some privacy while she figures this shit out. Leave us alone. Seriously. Thank you. You don't have to.
There you go, Kate.
It does. It pisses me off, though. Like, honestly, you're going after my children, Aiden, to try to get to me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Really? And don't think that your kids are better off, because while you're sitting online all day stalking me, what the fuck are your kids doing? You don't think they're not going to grow up at some point and realize who you are? Come on. Count your blessings that they're little, because they're going to grow up one day too. Now I'm pissed off. Really, it just drives me nuts. It absolutely does.
Mic drop. What happened, guys? Okay, can you?
Sorry. Tom actually had to give me 30 seconds to calm down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I
beat the-
appreciate it.
She beat the fuck out of me while we're blacked out there.
Yeah,
You
I
fucking
did.
deserved it.
Write that in your blog.
Right down your blog.
Last on the agenda, because I know we got to get the fuck up out of here at some point. What else are we talking about tonight? I can't even. The Oath Reaper. Thank you. Okay. So this guy I want to introduce you guys to. This is Anselmo's new buddy. He has 2 channels. I actually, hold on.
Speaking of wife,
What?
speaking of wife beaters,
Yeah, right. It's Anselmo. Hold on just a second while I pull up. So his name is on YouTube. He goes by The Oath Reaper. We are doing some research into him right now. He has an interesting criminal record. Oh, Murph, thank you, honey.
Thank you,
never have to
Murphy.
do that. Murph, I wish you would. Just don't give us a goddamn dime. Honestly, don't. I love you guys. I don't want anything from you. You know, this is a hobby, and we try to do the best we can with it. Yes, we incur expenses. I always appreciate when you guys super chat. I always appreciate when you click on shit when we choose to monetize it. It's awesome. I try to pay the guys as much as I can. I pay our rent. You know, I appreciate everything you do, but we don't need you to do it. We're here to have a good time with you and talk about shit. And like sometimes you guys are my therapy. I probably owe more to you guys than you ever would to me, if we're being completely honest. Because a lot of you have stuck around through the shit show. It's been a stressful year. It really has.
it's only January.
Obviously, you know, I just lost my shit over it, but it's been a stressful year.
Before you go on, I want to say something to Shane real quick about and it was a joke that you blew a circuit. You guys forget, all of us up here are humans. We have, you know, this stuff does affect people, and they forget this bullshit. You know, it, like Kate said, it's a hobby. We all enjoy doing this. But at the end of the day, like I said, Kate's fucking naked out there 90% of the time and exposed for all the shit that goes on. That's not fair to her.
Kate's naked?
She's always naked.
Metaphorically.
Yes.
You don't want me to literally get naked. It would be disgusting.
But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I really should have probably checked my emotions there to be.
No.
So I apologize. So the Oath Reaper, we are looking into him right now. He was arrested with Anselmo. They were arrested for resisting arrest and jaywalking of all things, which is odd. So he has 2 channels. One is called Solar Events, right? And I just wanted to go over the description of this because it's fascinating. He goes, an effort to bring my brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers closer to an understanding of who they are and what they are in the universe through physics, math, and other acknowledged sciences with published peer review papers. And I just want to point out that peer is spelled like what you would fish off of. And not peer reviewed, PEER, which would be, you know, I'm a grammar Nazi. Like Buckminster Fuller of the Buckminster Fuller Institute and other physicists. I will also bring in religious scripture, the nature and role of cymatics and its function in breaking edge quantum physics, as well as the definitions of fractals and their correlation with these topics. So it's essentially just pseudoscientific jargon. So this is what we're dealing with here with this fucking guy. I mean, it really is just a lot of nonsense. And of course, he's a COVID denier and all that stuff. So when we go to the Oath Reaper, he is something else. Let's see.
It was also, while you're looking that up, it was also reported that Chase from the Allen Report was arrested with them.
Yep, he was.
Yeah, for the same charges. And I've yet to see how you get arrested. Oh, Bile, thank you very much, buddy, for the money on the $5 donation. How do you get arrested for jaywalking is definitely impressive, and adding resisting arrest.
what it is they're obnoxious enough that they find they
That's what
find
it
a
is.
way to get arrested one way or the other. So I don't want to prematurely talk too much about OathReaper yet. We do have his identity. We have looked up his record. There are some things that are questionable about it. There are some things that I want to clarify before I get into it. But we'll just look at a couple of his videos here for reference.
Cameras up here too, sweetie.
So that's one of his interesting videos. He's just an odd fucking guy, just for starters. Here's another one.
Okay, we're down here to confront the officer that arrested that lady at the park today. I got Bundy right here in front of me.
Cops house feed.
Yeah.
So they're over here. So come on, get your friends.
Get your friends as a party.
Corrosive. It sounds like South Carolina Swamp Fox.
It does.
Oh God. Are you serious?
He's not making a distinction. He's trying to say that you're the one who. We don't want a free state. That's right.
People.
Who owns the park?
The investigation will play itself out.
Yeah.
She was just asking.
There was a woman at a park with her children, and she was arrested. Completely inappropriate. That's just the way it is.
And there was
So
no
what
police
they
line
do-
to protect her.
Because what will happen is they'll grind her in the system that's called justice, I guess, until they spit her out and she's either given up or you guys get your way. And that's the way I see it. I've been there. I've been there.
Yep. Can I ask you a question? Can you trespass?
Yeah, Kate, can you pause it for a minute?
I mean, we just want to deliver.
Against her was trespassing on
Where is it? Hold on. Sorry.
Okay. So Power Wagon addressed. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So the backstory to this, and Power Wagon hit on it. This was the officer who arrested the mother in the park for not wearing a mask or not leaving the park after being told repeatedly the park was closed due to COVID and social distancing laws in this county. And several people in this community got in an uproar about it. There's a video of the lady being told repeatedly, the park is closed, please leave, please leave. And she just pulled a Karen and would not leave. And then they caused a protest in front of this officer's house, and that's why they're in front of this guy's house.
Right. This is another one that I find I just want I'm sorry. This is also what he does, which I think is pretty fucking funny. He is he can already see what we're doing here, and he's a man of many talents, I guess. So he's also a DJ. I have a friend that's a DJ. He knows who he is. He'll be watching this. He'll be like, don't say anything bad about DJs. Love you, my friend, but DJs are generally douchebags. So, but this is also what he does. It's bad.
Sounds like he's mixing air supply music.
Yeah, like elevator music.
Yeah.
This is my hospital elevator mix. Yeah. So that's TheOathReaper. So he was arrested with Auditing America. He's a sketchy dude. I think that's the impression that I'm getting. He's a sketchy dude. He has a sketchy criminal background. He does some sketchy things for money right now. I don't know. If you're interested in learning what I mean by sketchy, give us a 1 in the chat. If you think this is boring and we should just skip over it, give us a 2. We'll do it that way.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a 1. I know I talked to some people this morning in Discord, and we're going to start looking into a few different things, different angles that have popped up. Since he's in Florida, I grew up down in Florida, and I know some stuff about what we're talking about. So I think it'd be interesting to see where this goes, and I think it'd be fun.
Mostly wins.
He's weird. So look out for that this week. I don't know. Do we have any last minute questions, thoughts, concerns before we? Corrosive says we know what sketchy means when it's a frauditor. Your assumption is probably fair. And he is from Florida too. Thank you, Gary W. So. I'm sure you guys already know what we're looking at. We have a smart bunch with us most of the time.
All right. Greg, really? Get over the 69, bro. That's like 5th grade jokes. Come on, Greg. Hey, Greg, what size shoe do you wear, by the way?
Inside joke.
He's a little guy.
I love Greg.
So, on that note, do we have any last minute questions, concerns, feedback? Does anyone want to call me a fat slut or bad mother? Now's your time.
King Vic brings up PayPal Patty. He's been kind of quiet lately, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, too.
He bores me. That's why we don't talk about more of them. Guys, I'm going to put our email in the comments right now. If you have anything that you want us to look into, if you think you want to talk to us about it on a stream or something, please email us. I try to keep up on everything that I possibly can, but I do want to reiterate, this is a hobby for me. It's not my job. Obviously, I do have some family stuff. It happens from time to time that takes priority. I skip streams. Sorry about that. My family does come first. My life comes first. So I don't keep up on everything all the time, long story short. So, I
forgot about another arrest. We can address this on.
Yeah, just email us. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Another arrest we forgot to mention this week.
Brett, you are. Can we just give a shout out to Brett right now? He's a great guy. He's been super supportive to me behind the scenes. He's been a really good friend, and I just want to voice my appreciation for you, Brett. You were really awesome. Most of you guys in here are, honestly, like I do. I appreciate everybody that comes by. I've met some of the best people that I've ever met in my life through Masshole. Bruce Gordon wants to know, did we ban food in the studio? No, we would never ban food in the studio because we're like faggots. So.
Oh.
I did it for glitter.
Yeah. Food and booze always allowed in the studio.
I smell my armpits for glitter.
Jesus. The fetishes she has. We have to mention this on Thursday. I think it'll be good for Thursday's show is Extra Good Citizens Arrest. Then him and News New Houston, whatever it is, their assertion now is that tow companies are now government entities if they tow your vehicle.
I saw that.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it'd be kind of a fun video to do for us maybe Thursday night if we have time.
We never did talk about that, did we? Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Personal and emotional, but we'll get through that. Anyone else? Fairy Goddess says we need COVID to end so we can hang out again. Yeah, for my friends in Massachusetts that I met through this, I miss you guys a lot. If you live in Massachusetts and you haven't hung out with us yet, drop me a line. We love meeting new people. Unless you're a serial killer. If you're a serial killer, please don't hit me up. We probably don't want to hang out with you. Outside of that, we love. Grant says, I thank DGen Nation for showing me these streams. Yeah, thanks for stopping by too, Grant. DGen is a great Degeneration Nation, great channel. Yeah, definitely. Beer party at Kate's. Sorry, I can't have a beer party at my house. I'm too old. I'm sorry, Morgie. If I ever did, you'd be invited though.
Okay, and I'm sorry. Literally just jumped. The hippie connection just jumped the shark. PayPal Patty working. Come on, really, hippie. You know better.
Corrosive apparently is a serial killer, so he can't hang out. That's too bad.
Yeah. Or he's in a walker. Could be one of the two.
Power Wagon says Harry is the man. He is a man.
Yes. And
he is a man.
Tonight.
It sucks.
Here's one. The hippie connection says, did Selena have her baby? Yeah, she had the baby a while ago. Honestly, the reason we don't talk about the baby is because I don't like talking about people's kids because I don't like when people talk about my kids. So I'm not going to talk about anyone else's, honestly. Stanley asked if there's a White Claw party at my house. No, we don't We don't deal with that sissy shit. We're from Boston, all right? Well, I'm not from Boston, but Massachusetts. We don't deal with that sissy shit there. Murph says we're...
What is White Claw?
Oh, Jeremiah Sullivan. Great question. How could Josh put things on his channel from jail? Because he is in no short supply of scumbags that will record their phone calls with him and broadcast it. Apparently it's pretty legal because nobody's gotten on him for it. It's pretty fucking pathetic too, though.
Well, yeah, and even No Neck Audits has gone to the extreme of putting his videos on there to generate revenue for Josh now.
Yeah. Lasagna at my house. Only that. Listen, if I ever cook a lasagna, that's by invitation only.
Why does Harry Ball's avatar look like No Name?
Buttons is not.
My balls are much cuter than No Name.
Julie Barnett is saying, "Come to Minnesota." I would love to come to Minnesota. Honestly, if I could meet each and every one of you in person, I would. Like I said, I already have met, and I love Julie. Fizzy wants to come hang out with Zima on ice. You fucking sissy.
Yeah.
Love you. But honestly, I love you guys. I'm not just saying, I know that there can be the illusion or impression that I am obligated to be oh, I love you guys. But honestly, I really I genuinely enjoy everybody that stops by Masshole. I really do. I've met some of the most fascinating, funny, smart, resourceful people that I've ever met in my life. Just through this. It's awesome. It's awesome to know you guys. It really is.
It's awesome to know you too.
Yeah, you too. I love I love Doofy. I'm so glad that we met. Most of the people. Tom's a great guy. Everybody.
What happened to Bucket Boy?
It says if I come to California to spray Furry that he has room. Thanks.
Sweet.
Thanks.
What happened to Bucket Boy, by the way? I thought he was coming up.
I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah. Thin Blue Line has contacted the prison about Josh. Yeah, I don't know how far you'll get with that. I don't. It's always worth the effort, though. Fuck Josh Abrams. Joe Samuel says, "Come to Beverly. I'll cook for you guys." Do you mean Beverly, Massachusetts? Because I'm there. God, seriously, Joe, hit me up if you're in Mass. Come to one of our little get-togethers. It's fun. There's a 90% chance that our good friend Toast might set herself on fire. So. Yeah. It's always a good time.
Bucket Boy's fixing a hole in his bucket, says
All right.
Okay, fair enough.
So
anyway.
Yeah, we're glad to know you too, Murph. You're top of my list.
Absolutely.
You're top of my list for free, though. Stop super chatting me. I'm gonna have to insist. Hippie Connection says sometimes children can motivate people to act right. Yeah, that's a nice thought. And I think sometimes it can. Sometimes it's not that simple. For several years in my life, it wasn't that simple. And I love the shit out of my kids. They're great people, right? Mm-hmm. Say it out loud.
What?
That my kids are awesome.
Oh, your kids are awesome.
They really are awesome.
Kids are like,
yeah, but I love them, but I still, had a tough time getting my shit together for a while. So
I like triggering Steven playing games with him. He gets so angry.
Stanley says New York isn't that far from Mass. As soon as COVID's over, I'm going to do a fucking world tour. Oh, that reminds me. We have a plan. Where's Greg at?
Santiago?
Greg at.
Is Greg Santiago in the chat right now? Greg.
Oh, it's his bedtime.
No, it's past his bedtime. So one thing that we are going to do, because, we like to flex our investigative skills at Masshole Report. Look out for a live stream giant Masshole manhunt game where we go find Greg. That's what he said that we could. It's going to be similar to what we did with Billy Tibbetts, but we're actually going to live stream the whole thing, and we're going to find Greg based on just a couple videos that he's going to put out that are vague context to his physical location, and we're going to find him. Yeah, so look out for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on our channel, or maybe we'll put it on the Masshole.tv backup channel. What do you think? One of the two. But we're gonna find Greg. It's gonna be fun. Doofy's gonna be with me. Who's driving?
You.
Me? Oh, you are a brave man.
I gotta jump out and chase him. So
yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'll be driving. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, look out for find Greg. Grosef says rattles Adderall. I'm ready. I could make a joke about that right now, but it would be too vindictive. So I'm not going to do that. Any last thoughts?
If we can
wrap it up.
Yeah, can you just highlight Power Rangers last comment. Oh, I'm sorry, Power Wagon. Power Rangers Power Wagon. He asked if I thought if
entertainment.
Yeah, if I thought it was legitimate. Absolutely. Whenever you distract an officer from what he's doing and even by what he posted of the Texas Penal Code, to me it sounds like he violated that penal code. He distracted the officer from doing his job. And where they have this illusion that officers can't illuminate them in the middle of the night is beyond me. But you have extra good citizens out there yelling at him to turn the flashlight off as the cops in the middle of a traffic stop walking behind the cop. So yeah, I think he absolutely deserved it. So I'm done.
Yeah. News New England. I'm not News New England. I'm sorry. Whoa. One track brain here. News Now Houston is insidious. He really is absolutely insidious in what he does. I don't really have a lot of sympathy for anything that happens to him.
Gary W. asked also, when is Kate getting spiced?
We meant to do. Was it last week we were going to do that, Tom?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Can we do it tomorrow? When are you free this week, Tom? Monday night? Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Oh my god.
Sweet.
Are you coming?
I gotta work.
Oh, well, I gotta work too, but after work, I'm free. I'm not gonna do it live.
No.
We're gonna record it and then I'll edit it because shut up. Listen, listen, you guys know I look ugly on live streams all the time. It's fair. I'm old, I'm getting fat, I'll show up with no makeup, which is like a horror show even more than with makeup. It's not that. It's just that there's only so much snot nose crying that I want out there on myself. I know that I'm going to be just leaking bodily secretions everywhere. So I just
Furry makes a good point. We do have a nor'easter coming in.
Do we? When?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Are you shitting me?
Surprise, motherfucker.
That was good.
Fucking Pat's getting good with the soundboard. I have to give him credit. He's not like
I was
Odin.
trying to. Why can't I can't find the goddamn Masshole server on my computer right now? Isn't that crazy? Anyway,
Discord?
what?
The Discord you talking about?
Yeah, I was trying to share an invite link and it's not there.
They use the Discord command in the Unite bot.
Okay, how do you do that?
Exclamation point Discord.
Okay. As always, after the show, we got to drive home. And what do we do when we're driving home? We sit on voice and bullshit in Discord. If you are not a member of our Discord, it's free to join. You owe us nothing in return. There's a lot of drama on there. It gets pretty fascinating. You can talk to us day and night because we're always there. We're fucking losers. Join our Discord. Join the after party conversation. It's always a good time. And usually Tom is on there making an asshole of himself.
True.
I'm just kidding. You always sound smart. Anyway, join us on Discord. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We got 186 people here. You're tired of our bullshit, clearly.
Tom will have Discord sex with you.
Yeah. Tom might show a little peen. You never know.
Wow.
Doofy definitely will. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you on Thursday.
See you guys.
It's going to get really dramatic on Thursday, so come on down if you want
Fucking internet.
again. Thanks, guys. Good night.